Hello, everybody. Jason Sarney here with PhinManiacs.com, and we appreciate everybody joining us. I have a very special guest here. I have Jesse Marks, the Executive Director of the Miami Dolphins Foundation. Jesse, happy holidays to you. How are you?
Thank you, Jason. It's great being here, and thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. And I'd love for you to, introduce yourself and really tell the Dolphin fans, what your role is with the Miami Dolphin Foundation. As I said, you're the executive director, but you do so much for the community. And before talking about the food relief program, if you could touch a little bit about the foundation's goals
Jason,
as a whole. Yep.
Absolutely. So my background, I was the Chief Development Officer for University of Miami Athletics for 15 years. Moved over to the Miami Dolphins organization. Tom gave me a call one day and said, we have a big vision for what we want to do with the Miami Dolphins Foundation and the Dolphins, what is now the Dolphins Challenge Cancer. And I heard him out, and it really is remarkable for an NFL organization to want to do as much as we do in the community. We touch every angle, everything that we can do to help. We try to do within our pillars of health, education, and community unification. It's broad. I like to say our tentacles run very deep in the community, and giving back is ingrained into the culture of the Miami Dolphins organization, all the way from leadership with ownership with Mr. Ross, and then definitely Tom Garfinkel, Jason Jenkins is everywhere in the community. All of our community relations and youth football teams, and the Dolphins Challenge Cancer team. So we're very wide. We try to touch as many people as possible, and part of our goal with the foundation is to get the community involved in any way they can. The Dolphins Challenge Cancer is a big initiative. It's a huge community event, and the public supports all of the riders, and we donate that money back to University of Miami Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center. But we do so much else in the community where we can ask the public to get involved, and we're willing to take that step forward and be the leaders to make those I would say statement type gifts to support organizations. But we would love for Dolphins fans and the community to get behind us and help us join our initiatives and further our impact in the community.
And that's such a huge impact that you have. You mentioned, the health, the education, the community, and those are huge pillars of all things in life. And this food relief program, especially nowadays with what's going on in the community and COVID, and just really, it's been such a terrible year. But you as an organization have given us fans and us fan site runners and organizers to really kind of give back to you guys for all that you've given to us. So if you could specifically touch on what we're all here for, is the PhinManiacs and Friends Miami Dolphins Food Relief Program.
Well, this is awesome that you guys chose to get involved with this holiday season. Back in May, I received a call from Jason Jenkins, our Senior Vice President of Community Affairs and Communications, and Jason said, Jesse, Mr. Ross really and Tom really want to do something long-lasting in the community to help with food relief, because we know that the effects of this pandemic are going to be wide-ranging. And they said, Mr. Ross wants to do something pretty big. What are some ideas we have? And, they had some ideas. I had some ideas. Our foundation team had some ideas. And Mr. Ross committed to $2 million to this initiative. And I was just blown away. I mean, that's unbelievable. And they wanted this program to have just a lasting impact beyond just saying, hey, we're giving $2 million away. This is not for accolades in the community or media reports. This is for really helping the community in a sustained effort. And that was our number one goal. And I went to Jason and Tom and basically said, let's do a match. If we do $1 million, if we can get another $1 million, will Mr. Ross use some of that $2 million and do a match? And they came back to us and said, no, he's going to give $2 million. And if you can raise another $1 million, he'll match that too. So right off the bat, we got some juice to go public with this. And we've had over 850 donors contribute close to $850,000 so far. And those are individual gifts. That's amazing amount of support from the Dolphins community. We've done mail, we've done social, we've done everything to get the word out there. And something that we didn't really put out there that much on top of that. So we're $150,000 away from our goal. We also received another $1 million gift from the Lennar Foundation and Stuart Miller and Marshall Ames. It was not part of our match. They were just so touched by the effects this had in the community that they gave us $1 million to then expand our program. So what we're doing is every day for the next year, it was starting in May, for 365 days, we will provide at least 1,000 meals in the community. We started off using Centerplate, our caterer at the stadium, helps provide jobs for their staff who their hours were greatly reduced due to the pandemic and not having events. So we were providing jobs, our event staff putting this on. So we did a drive-through food giveaway every day, Monday through Friday. Then we pledged $1 million of this money for minority-owned restaurants in South Florida who have been hit hard by the pandemic. So we gave $1 million of the dollars that we have raised or that have been given to us to support restaurants in the community. So this is a win-win across the board. We're supporting minority-owned restaurants in the community. We're employing those staff members in those restaurants who otherwise would have been laid off. We're supporting the livelihood, saving those businesses, and also giving the food that these businesses are making back to the community, to families who are in need, who have been affected by the pandemic. And this is ongoing, nonstop. We've raised over we've given away over probably about 875,000, over 275,000 meals to date. So it continues to grow. The effects of this program are going to be, positive effects are going to be felt for a long time.
That's so terrific to hear. And, for someone like, and I'm not the only one, clearly, but 30 years plus, a lot of people, 40, 50 years supporting this great team. But now it seems that in this rebuild of personnel on the field, it just seems to speak to the overall mindset of this organization as a whole, from its inception, from all the great work that the alumni, community relations, and all you guys do. It just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Not just being a fan, a supporter for all the things that you do. So if you could just touch on the importance of this as a whole, the Dolphins off field, the importance of your players and people within that building and organization. What is important off field that really stands out?
Yeah, Jason, I mentioned it earlier, and I've said this to Tom and everybody in the organization. Growing up, I grew up in Aventura, Florida, which is 3 miles east of the stadium. Idolizing the Miami Dolphins and everything they stood for. Giving back the availability of this organization to touch the community. I remember that as a kid. It's only grown tenfold, hundredfold since Mr. Ross and Tom took over the organization. Giving back is ingrained in our DNA and our culture. It's who we are. We've had every single staff member, pretty much unit in the Miami Dolphins organization, has volunteered to give away food. We've had alumni out to support, partners of the organization come out to support. If we could have our players out there, I've heard from a few players on the team that they want to come out and support. However, due to the COVID restrictions, they're not able to participate because just being mindful of the pandemic and the games we have to play. But they've outreached to us in so many different ways on how to get involved and how to be a part of it. It's ingrained throughout the organization. It is part of who we are. It wouldn't be who we are unless we did that. And Tom always mentions this is a public trust, and it's on us to make sure that we give back. And we are members of this community, and we want to help in any way we can.
And that's the exact mindset, Jesse, with all of the fan sites that are involved. We have so many great sites, both, as entities, as websites, individual podcasters. So throughout this day, please be generous. Oh, everyone out there, we've already surpassed our goal. We haven't really kicked off the format, but we initially wanted to raise $1,000. We are well over 1,000. So thank you to everyone out there. We're going to have such fun content throughout the day, leading into a massively important December football game. So, Jesse, once again, thank you so much. And if there's any last messages for the folks out there, or as a Dolphin fan on a huge Saturday.
A huge Saturday. Looking forward to kickoff tonight in Vegas. I'll just mention, Jason, anybody who supports your initiative today, I'm going to send a Miami Dolphins Foundation giving certificate to them. So if you can get their addresses, please let me know. And if anybody gives $250 or more, I'm going to send an exclusive Miami Dolphins Foundation shirt to them. It has a Coach Flores tweet on it, not tweet, quote on it. And just let me know who those folks are. We really appreciate your support. And you know, everything that great that gets done is done by a team, and that includes all of our fans nationwide, worldwide, everywhere, and appreciate everybody getting involved in helping in our food relief efforts. We got $150,000 to go, so we're excited.
That's great. That's a surprise with the gifts that you're going to continue to give to our fans. So we're going to continue to do everything we can because you guys as an organization do everything you can for us. So Jesse, thanks again. A fins up to you, and we're going to do everything we can to get you to that goal.
Thank you, everybody. Happy holidays, and let's get that W tonight.
You got it. Happy holidays, everyone.
Take care.